Good day, guys. This is my son's bicycle. His grandfather got for him now recently, and then also suddenly the front tire over there kept on getting a puncture. So we're gonna have a look at it and get it fixed. Stay tuned. Okay, first things first, we gotta get off this nut here. There's one over on this side and one on the other side. These are 15 millimeter nuts. So we're gonna have to crack them loose. Right, and the nut comes out, and we got to do this side as well. So just crack this nut loose. There we go. Okay, once we remove the nuts, you'll see there's washers on each side which you're gonna want to remove. They look like this here. Just set that aside, and then just lift your bicycle frame just a little bit up, and then tire should come out. Okay, once you get the tire off, there's a valve over here. It got a nut on it. You're gonna have to loosen that nut there. I use the plier. This valve is connected to your tube, and which allows you to put another valve over here to pump the tube up. Okay, in order to get off this tire here, you're just gonna have to put something to pry off the tire. So what I got here is just a normal wrench. You can use a screwdriver as well, just to get the tire over the rim. You're gonna have to just work it. Okay, so you just need to pry off the tire. So just run your spanner, screwdriver, whatever you have. Just run it all along the rim, all along the circumference of the rim, and you'll notice that your tire pops out. Around, and then you'll do the same thing on the other side. I actually would suggest you use a spanner for this here, so you don't damage it with a screwdriver, the bicycle tube, because this ring on your spanner actually has a nice smooth edge which won't actually tear into your bicycle tube. Then your bicycle tube and tires should just come off like so. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is, there's a tube inside of here which you're gonna have to just pull out. That's the tube, and then we're gonna have to pump up this tube here and then put it in water and see wherever bubbles start coming out, that's where you have a hole which you need to repair. Okay, we tried pumping it, but the tube refused to inflate, because over here I just marked with some Tipex. I didn't have any chalk. There's two big holes. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like two lines. So this is the area which is the problem. We need to put some patch and solution over there. Here's, we got two patches over there. This is solution. Just be careful with this over here, because it got some flammable chemicals as well as petroleum distillate. So we need to use this in a well ventilated area. Also, one more thing, this area here, just around it, we need to sand it a bit so the glue can stick on there. We're going to leave the glue to sit for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to put our patch onto there and wait for it to dry before we pump it up. You just have to sand this a little bit here so the glue can stick nicely with the patch. Okay, once we give our glue a little bit time to dry, we're gonna just place our patch over the affected area and then press it down. Okay, we're just gonna let the patch dry up, and then we can inflate some air into the tube and see if we repair the affected area. Okay, we're just gonna give the glue to dry about 10 minutes. Give it about 10 minutes before you put some air inside the tube. Right, now that we've patched this guy over here and that one over there, we're going to give it a couple of pumps and see if we solved our case. Okay, just to be sure, we're going to put it in some water to see if there's any bubbles. The bubbles will tell us if there's any leaks. Okay. Whoops! Can you see over there? There's some bubbles coming out there, so we got a puncture over there, but we're going to keep on turning it to see if there's any other place that needs repair. Okay, so once you get the tube over the rim, you're going to want to deflate it just a little bit, so to create some space for the tire to go over. Okay, once you get the tire over the tube and the rim, you're going to want to put this lip over there on the inside of the groove of the rim. You can just pinch it on both sides and then just work it in all the way around until the tire is on the inside of the groove. Okay, so we got the tire over the rim, so we're going to pump it up and see if everything is good. Okay guys, as you can see, the tire has been repaired. All that's left to do is just put it back on the bicycle. Okay guys, the same way you took the tire off over here is the same way you're going to put it back on. Just those two 15mm nuts, which is going to go onto the frame of the bicycle, and then you're done. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe.